Hello everyone, this is November 1st, 2020. So it's the first Sunday of the month, and I don't know if you remember, but I said that every first Sunday of the month I will share with you either an angel stories, fairy stories, or any kind of very positive stories. So I will start with one story that belongs to my husband and myself, really, and my family. So many years ago, I would say probably like 20 years ago, my husband was diagnosed with bone cancer, and the doctor says, well, you may have 6 months. And anyway, so that was two doctors that gives us this information. So I said to my husband, okay, what do you want to do? So he had a business in those days. And he said, well, I would like to go traveling because he loved Florida and Georgia and all that area. So I said, okay. So he sold his business basically very cheap, like 10 cents on the dollar. So he says, don't worry, you'll have all the money that you need because I have big insurance and da da da. So, okay. So we took Jessica, who was about 16 by then, 15, 16 years old. We took her out of school and we took off. So we went to Georgia, we went to Florida on the East Coast, the West Coast, everywhere. But after about a month and a half, where we had spent tons of money, and my husband was still too sick. He was too sick, so we decided to come back in Ontario. So we came back home. And he was really losing weight. He was really, really sick. So after a few days that we're back home, he had a dream. He woke me up in the middle of the night and says, guess what? So he says, Raph, who was our dog that we had to put down because he had cancer like a few years before that, and his aunt, who passed away many years ago, who looked after him when he was a little boy, and she was a nurse, and he says, they were here. And she said, don't worry, you're going to be fine. And he says, suddenly I could feel like her hand going into my spine, and then, and then she disappeared. So he woke me up in the middle of the night and he says, guess what? I am going to be okay. So I said, that's great. The next night, the same thing happened. So the same dream, Raph was there, Aunt Lottie was there, and the same thing happened. So he says, I'm going to be fine. And from that moment, he started eating, he started putting back on weight, and he was fine. So, I mean, this is like 20 odd years ago, and he's fine. The only problem was, no, he was fine, but we were broke. So, hey, can't win them all. So, but at least he's there. And the doctor said, well, we don't know what happened. Maybe it was a wrong diagnosis or something. We probably had the wrong diagnosis because, two doctors told us that. So what do you do when they tell you you're going to die? And, so you have 6 months. What do you want to do? You want to travel? Okay, let's go. So that's what happened to us. And the ending was fantastic because he got better, very quickly better after we came back, after his 2 nights of dreams. And he's still here. So there you go. All right. So don't lose hope over there because miracle happen every day. So don't lose hope. Okay. Love you all. Bye bye.